Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
We got the front end stripped on our 77 Honda, and it's not looking fucking good. Does anybody ever seen these before? Does anybody even know what these are? Have you ever seen that shit? This is what you call circa 1970. This was the hottest thing in 1970 to put these on your cars. We're talking they started out on Cadillacs and big old Oldsmobile Brahms and all that shit, and then they ended up on this. What these are is, this is an aluminum situation. You buy this extrusion right here. Do you see that extrusion? So you buy that like 4, 5, 6 feet long, 8 feet long, and then you get all these little ends. You buy all these ends with it, and you can get flat ones. You can see that's a flat one there, and then this is a round one, and then you cut it out to fit, and then you slide it all together. If I can get that back in there. But anyway, yeah, it's backwards. Okay. So you slide it all together like that, and then you pop rivet this onto your car. So you got to drill holes into your car, then you pop rivet this on, and then, let me get that out of the trash because I want to show you how this shit works. And then you take this extrusion, which comes in multi-colors, all kinds of 100 different colors to match your car, and then you pop that in there just like that, and then that would be your door stopper molding. So this was a pretty big thing here. This is kind of like an antique situation going on. But yeah, I'm taking it off. We're gonna weld all the holes up on this. We're not putting any of that crap back on there. We ran into some problems. When we got the front end dismantled. We got the fucking bumper off, and we got some major fucking rust over here in our right corner under our headlight. And if we look right there, you can basically see what we're talking about. Now, why is that rotted out right there? Why is that rotted out? I thought that was a lower valance. I thought that thing was separate. But when I got up under the car to go ahead and take off the grill assembly and everything else that's bolted onto there, I saw that rotted rust, and then I saw that that is actually part of the core support. So this is where the battery sits, right behind that headlight. And look at the shit going on here. Look at that. That is fucking crazy, isn't it? Fucking crazy. And it goes all the way down into this lower front valance area, which is part of the core support. So we're gonna have to do some searching and seizuring on that. And when we get the parts car up here, we're hoping and praying to God that the core support might be usable, and we'll be able to cut a section out of that and use it. But to do that, now we got to take the radiator out of the car. Of course, we got to take the headlights, but let's look at those headlights, 1977 circa. We got moisture inside the headlights. Do you see that? That headlight's bad. It's a piece of shit. It's going to have to go. Another thing is that really amazes me is look at this headlight, the way that it's sitting in there. All right. It's missing the springs. There's a spring that actually clips onto it. And then both of the adjusters, and here's one of them up in here somewhere. Where the fuck is it? Yeah, right here. You can see that. That's kind of fucked up. And then this adjuster here is not even mounted to the car itself. It's just kind of floating in the headlight bucket. So both headlights are like that. You can see this one here's the same way. Yeah, real nice. Okay, so the spring ain't on there either. So we're gonna have to hope and pray again that our parts car that we painstakingly searched and seizured for and found has the parts we need to fix that front end. problem. Hopefully the parts car is going to help us out. These are special clips. The bolt on the back side right here, this bolt, all right, is rusted to the clip. Now this clip holds the chrome onto the hood, the front of the hood. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got 9 clips that hold that thing on. And guess what? There was only 3 clips holding that whole thing on there. So that's telling me, and I already know for a fact this car's been in a wreck because our buddy Randy, Honda guy Randy, already told us it has. And another thing is usually when these cars get in collisions such as this, most body shops really don't give a fuck and they don't take their time to put it together properly. When I took the grill out, it only had 4 screws holding it in. It didn't really have all the hardware there. And then the bumper, instead of having 6 bolts holding it in, only had 4 or 5 bolts holding it in. And we can basically see why right here. Yeah, really fucked up deal. What I'm doing now is I'm dismantling the side of the vehicle. Now another thing that's really tricky about these old cars when you don't really know what you're doing, or if you don't know what's happening with them, is taking off this chrome molding like the molding I took off around this window. And if you look at that, you're going to think that that's actually a piece of chrome. That's actually an old aluminum piece of chrome like they used to make back in the day for the muscle cars and the old classic cars, and it just pops right on there. You're wrong. This is actually plastic. This is extruded plastic that's got a clear plastic on top of that. So this is plastic chrome, and then they coated it with plastic clear. And the reason I know that is because if you look right there, you can see there's a crack in the clear that's on the chrome plastic. And yeah, it's plastic, trust me, okay? Very, very hard to find. Possibly, you ain't gonna find one of these brand new, so we really, really need to take care of that shit and wrap it up. We're going down the line, we're getting this fucking molding off. Once we do that, we're gonna go repeat ourselves on the other side. We still gotta get the tail lights out on this. Once we get those out, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna start stripping this baby down to bare metal. I'm thinking the only Bondo that we're gonna find in this car is up here on the front end where it was wrecked. And the rest of it's gonna be rust repair.
Oh my God, son of a bitch, what the hell's going on out there? 7-Eleven straight out of Miami. Got my beautiful hat on because it's a hat that says hell yeah. This is my beautiful hat. This isn't my beautiful hat. This is that damn Southwest Rods and Customs hat that my friend Pete bought me. Hell no. Hell no. This isn't Miami. This is Texas. This is Texas shit going on, and it's a shitty situation that says hell no. And that's the situation we got over here at SWR&C's. As my friend Pete's explaining this beautiful car, this little Honda that he's trying to restore. If you notice, he's in an excited situation because he's explaining it in detail as every little nut and bolt comes off the car. He's showing you that when your car gets in a collision, that the body shop doesn't give a shit about putting it back together the right way. But the real surprise is coming up when he gets ready to strip it, and I'm not gonna ruin the situation by telling you what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna ruin the storyline, because I'm over here advertising a video. I'm sorry, I was watching a video. I was watching a video that I advertised. Sometimes I do that for reference. Has anybody ever tried to do that before? If you make a video and you pop it up on YouTube and you go back and you watch the son of a bitch? Well, that's what I'm doing, you cocksucker. The real deal is, though, is this is going to be an example of a situation of an easy job turns bad job. And when we say turning bad, we're talking about the worst situation that you could even think of that could happen to you, and you get all excited, and then all of a sudden, bam! It's in your face like that, bam! But I'm not gonna ruin the storyline. I'm not gonna ruin the surprise of what's going on here. My friend Pete said minor body work, minor Bondo. We're gonna find out as the story unveils on this situation of a restoration job. It might be a little car, but let me tell you something, you cocksucker. It's bigger than you think. Let's get back to the story and see what's going on with my friend Pete as he explains the restoration job on a 1977 Honda for a guy out in California named Randy. And we hope that Randy appreciates all the hard work that we're doing over here on his beautiful little car and making that little car a brand new car. Did I say my hat was beautiful today? It's kind of beautiful, kind of beautiful. It's not really that beautiful though because the beautiful colors aren't there. And I'm wearing this ugly hat that my friend Pete's making me wear because he says this is Southwest, this isn't Florida. But I'm from Miami, you cocksuckers. I gotta get back to Edmonton. I'm wondering when the hell we're gonna get out of Texas. We're supposed to move over to cowboy country out there in Utah someday. Hopefully it's gonna be soon, so I can get the hell out of here and possibly get me a new hat to match my decor, if you know what I mean. We'll see you later, Sammy Salami, right here at SWRC D.I.Y. Auto School, showing you how to do things the right way. Because if you're not doing them right, then you better not even get your hands dirty, because you'll never be able to do it at all. You sons of bitches.
This is the rust that really fucking worries me is over here. We got the parts card because the roof's rusted. We know that. We got some rust in this quarter panel, this, that, and the other. So hopefully by purchasing that parts card is really going to help us out. This is the only way you can restore one of these old fucking things. This is it. They don't make aftermarket pop-outs for it. You can't buy an aftermarket fender for this 77 Honda. You can't buy a quarter panel. You definitely can't buy a roof skin. And more than likely, you can't buy a fucking core support. Now, I'm going to check it out and see if I can get a core support. And if I can, we're probably going to have to buy that. Because I'm afraid that when we look at that parts car out there, it's going to be the same fucking way. It's going to have rust just like this one. We're hoping and praying that it's not. I know for a fact that the bottom of it's crushed in. I thought that was a bolt-on piece, but it's not. It's actually part of the core support. Can we hammer and dolly it out if we have to? Yes, if we have to. We got to see what's going on. To fix that over there, we're going to have to remove that fender, and we're really going to have to get down on dirty on this thing because when I took this car in, I told the owner that it was going to be an in and out job, that I'm not keeping it here for 20 fucking years. It's not going to happen, all right? I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3 cars that pop in my mind that are basically storage unit fucking cars here right now, and I ain't going to do it. Those days are over with. If you don't want to fucking restore your car, then don't fucking bring it to me. If you don't have the money, then renegotiate and think in your mind, should I even be redoing this fucking job? Because if you can't afford it, you shouldn't be fucking doing it. I'm sorry to say that. It's very expensive to restore even this little car right here. You might be looking at it and saying, well, that's a little Honda. It's only 8 feet long. It's only 4.5 feet tall. It's only 4 feet wide. Well, let me tell you what. You go out there and try to find all the fucking parts it takes to do this job. You see how much fucking time it's going to take you to fix all the fucking rust on this piece of shit. And I'm calling it a piece of shit because that's what it is right now. When I call this car a piece of shit, that puts me in the right state of mind to make it a beautiful fucking car that this thing's going to be. A lot of people are looking at this car like, you know, it's a clown car. A lot of people are saying, why are you restoring that fucking thing? The sentimental value that an automobile like this holds onto a person is worth more than any fucking Lamborghini, Rolls-Royce, or Ferrari in the world. This is his Ferrari. Do you understand? This is his Rolls-Royce. This is his fucking dream car that he'll never get rid of. So it is worth restoring it, and I'm actually kind of proud that I'm going to restore it, and it's going to be an awesome fucking car when we get done. But right now, it's a piece of shit. You know why? Because we're still in the ditch with our shovel, digging some stairs to get the fuck out. Just like Sammy Salami told you. It's a bitch, but you know what? Don't fucking give up. And don't fucking throw it in the trash, because it's worth finishing once you start. I gotta get back to doing this and see where it's gonna fucking lead. We've already got some surprises down there. What the fuck's gonna happen when we get to the back of the car? We don't fucking know.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.